folks, welcome to Pandemic Project Part 3. This is just to kind of give you an update of the progress that we've made on the old Chevy truck project. And it's now December 31st, so it's the last day of the year 2020. It's been a rough year for a lot of people, understandably, but to try to keep our sanity and to have a little fun, we've been working on this old restoration, not really a restoration truck, but just a fun project. And we'll give you an update on some of the things that we've done with it. Okay, Davey, let's just spend a few minutes. We're going to talk about the powertrain of this truck. So if you want, maybe go ahead and just pop the hood open there and tell us why we decided to go with the 5.3 liter engine.
So this truck, what do you think it weighs? Back in 1965, with a 6-cylinder in it, probably weighed, I don't know, 3,000 pounds, you think?
Probably.
So Dave and I just actually pushed this truck in from outside by ourselves, and it was relatively easy. So when you think about the running gear and the powertrain on this, it's got a 300 horse 5.3 liter. Obviously, you guys have seen the video. It's a Buick Rainier or Trailblazer. 300 horse on a body now that maybe weighs 1,000 pounds. This thing is going to be a nightmare.
And that's with stock horsepower.
That's with stock horsepower. Eventually, we're probably going to do some upgrades on it.
Yeah.
We don't know what yet.
Yeah, and maybe just for a second, why is the LS 5.3 liter such a popular engine for older vehicles?
They're super reliable, easy to work on. There's a ton of upgrades for them. Even the tranny behind this, the 4L60, is a pretty reliable transmission. Again, easy to work on, easy to build.
And the 4L60 has how many speeds?
It's a 4-speed.
Yeah.
All electronic, obviously.
Yeah.
And then it'll be nice too, because it's a 65 body, but the drivetrain, as we talked earlier, is all disc brakes. Was going to be all-wheel drive. It's not right now, but so it'll drive like a modern car, but obviously have the looks of a pretty sweet 65 Chevy.
We got a few updates. We got the brand new windshield and rubber molding just installed on it, and I ordered up this little rubber grommet, so that way that fake looking fuel cap looks good on there. And that's all it is fake, because the real filler neck is actually going to be in the back there, coming up from the tank. So one of the things that we're going to address is this hole above the transmission shift tunnel, and we have the factory piece here, which is this guy right here. It's a bolt-on cover, and so I kind of temporarily tacked over a couple of holes where the original shifter is. And this is the base shifter out of the Chevy Trailblazer or Buick Rainier. And since we're going to do this as a low-budget project, we're actually going to transfer this over into the 65 pickup, and it incorporates the shift cable, and so it should be a pretty straightforward project. So now here's the Trailblazer or Buick Rainier shifter bracket and assembly, and the cable that goes down through the floorboard, and it's now hooked up to the transmission. So now we have full shifting ability. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is something I think is pretty cool, and that's these aftermarket headlights that I was able to purchase off of eBay. And one thing about this truck that's pretty neat is that it's not a total automotive restoration project, so I don't have to worry about getting all of the factory original parts. This is more like a retro ride, and so we can kind of soup it up and do whatever we want to. And I found these really cool looking headlights off of eBay. They're actually LEDs, and they not only function as the regular headlights, but they also have the turn signals and the running lights built into them. So it's just a cool example of what you can find when you're doing a restoration on an old hot rod project, that you don't really have to worry about making it just like the original. And so because the pandemic is still raging on, it has slowed our work to some degree, but yet we still have had some pretty significant jobs coming in, and it's keeping us all pretty busy. That being said, we haven't had as much time to work on the old Chevy project truck as much as we wanted. And we all got to thinking here at the shop, and we came up with this brilliant idea. Maybe we could purchase, everything can be bought online these days, some kind of robotic mechanic that could continue to work on the Chevy while we're out there working on all of our customers' vehicles. And we thought, what a brilliant idea. So I began my search on the internet for the robotic system that would help us put the Chevy together. I thought about typing in like the Total Automotive robotic diagnostician. Well, you know, I'm finding out that's just a lot of words to type in. Maybe I could just type in the abbreviations. Let's see, TARD, and that seems like that would be a pretty good source of trying to find our automotive robotic diagnostician to put our Chevy together. Well, let's see what comes up. And so it just so happens that I struck gold. I found a company that I was able to purchase, and it was actually a very good price. It was a slightly blemished product. Evidently they get products they sell, it has a little blemish, and they return it, and they just offer it again for sale to somebody at a discounted rate. So I'm going to go ahead and just click the order here and order up our product, and well, I think it'll work out pretty good. Let's see how it goes. Well, come on over. I have ordered, Micah. Do you see what this is?
That says the Tardomatic 1000.
Yes, you are correct.
May I open it?
Well, yes, you may have that privilege.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Open her up.
Let's get her open. Wow!
Oh!
You need something fixed, I can do it, stupid!
Yeah!
I think Tardomatic is out of control.
Yeah!
Oh, great. I should have ordered it with the smaller battery. Well, I've fought for a long time trying to find a power ground communication issue, and in the end it was something very simple and a stupid thing. I had the wrong connectors connected right there, and so now whenever you come and turn the key on, you actually get the dash lighting up and even telling what gear it is, and maybe if I crank on it, it'll do something. Giddy up! Haven't quite been getting enough video here of this last section of the series here, Davey. What are you working on there?
So we are fabricating the actual Buick seats that came out of the Rainier. And so not only will this ride like a new vehicle, but it'll be comfortable like a newer vehicle too.
I think what's cool is the seats actually have the built-in seat belts in them as well.
They do, so we don't have to fab that up. Eventually, maybe on down the road, we're even going to run power, because these are obviously power seats. And we'll be able to have the adjustability also. So
Cool, very nice.
Pretty sweet.
So we didn't get too fancy on the rear tail lights here. We just got some of the conventional trailer light kits for it for now. Go ahead, Davey.